Hello Leo and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for the second half of August. So we're still in Leo season and we have a beautiful, very profound actually, new moon happening in Leo on the 16th. So yeah, there's some amazing profound shifts, yes, and changes with the tower. My goodness, coming in, release, revelation. The thing is that the sun is squaring Uranus, which could be some big shifts and changes coming through with the tower. So even unexpected shifts and changes, but we shall see what is coming in. Boom, the tower has come in for you, Leo. So let's see what's potentially shifting and changing. Let's ask the cards. What's shifting and changing for Leo? Because I do see that there is like this sense of stepping into, it's really fantastic to plant some new seeds in your new moon. And I feel like this sense of new identity, new higher understandings that are coming through. We've got Cup 6, Neptune, Scorpio. Okay, so Cup 6, this takes us to a murky place in the past. Okay, is kind of what I'm getting with this, Leo. There's potentially clarity, revelation, some major boost of the sun is trining Chiron, so a boost of healing energy that can help with something that has been very clear. Even just something that was kind of nebulous, you know, maybe we never really got to the source of what it was, or just never really, it was something that potentially like affected you deeply, but there was like no resolution. It just feels with this Neptunian energy, it feels like there's something very unclear about it. And so I feel like the clarity can really come through here, and it feels like it's connected to the past, a past energy, a past situation, a past relationship. So, you know, if we get up to the higher octaves of Neptune, that is a spiritual release of really kind of going, right, how can I bring forth some emotional balance with something that, you know, to do with a relationship that has just, like I said, I just get this energy if it hasn't ever been kind of clear or been made clear or got resolved. So yeah, this tower energy just breaks through all of that and goes, I'll show you what it was about, and I'll show you don't need this anymore in your life, and I'll show you how to rebalance. And so it potentially could be like a massive shift and change that comes through. Challenging, yes, with the tower. It's always unexpected and can be quite fast, but still it's bringing... is showing you that you've outgrown something here. So expect this to be quite dynamic. There could be some kind of surprise that comes in around it. So let's see what's coming through. So we're starting with the new moon in Leo, and I think that that's just an energy that you're going to be working with throughout August, like throughout for actually a much longer time. So let's see what else is coming through for Leo. I mean, we do move into, yes, the Emperor. It's about stepping into your power, your authority, going, I'm the authority in my life. I am the one I stand in my own power. I'm creating order. The tower's just come in and kind of broken a structure down and gone boom. And then you're like, right, well, I'm stepping into, somehow it's kind of activated a power inside of you, stepping into your power and going, right, well, I can create a new order. So yeah, it just feels so like he's the hermit, the wise, divine, wise part of you in your conscious mind. It may be a little bit of soul seeking and soul searching as well with the change. It does take a while for the dust to settle with the tower sometimes, and the hermit is seeking the path ahead. But let's see what else is coming through for Leo. Let's see. It's like, boom, I'm stepping into my power, being the Empress. Ooh, the Nine of Cups. So, you know, this is still your new moon, Leo. The sun and moon are in Leo. And so there's something that you're sort of searching for, something deeply fulfilling. And I feel like that's what the tower is, like kind of something cracking open in your crown chakra and revealing this to you. And so, and I feel like there's potentially a collective energy around it. Perhaps there's other people around that are contributing to it, or other situations or energies around you. So let's see what else we've got. We've got the Four of Cups. Yeah, it does feel like there's been something. Oh, the Two of Cups. You are turning up as a magician, Leo. The Nine of Wands. Gosh, there is a lot of things happening here with this energy. There is a significant relationship. There's a big change around that's coming up here in the future here with the Two of Cups. The Fool. This is Uranus coming in going, are we ready to step into the new, a leap into the unknown? Are you ready for that? Because I think that the universe is bringing it on some level, whether you're ready or not. Okay, and let's look at the final outcome that's coming through with this. The final outcome. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's see. The Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay. This is something you potentially won't see coming. It's something unexpected. You can see the Eight of Swords has got the blindfolds on. The Tower is always something unexpected. We've got the Moon and the Two of Swords. Okay. So there's a little bit of things are being illuminated. That moon is in the new moon energy that's coming in. And again, the Two of Swords is like the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords is one of the few cards that is around, they're blindfolded. So the moon is in the underworld, being in the new moon. It's the dark moon. So there's things in the darkness that potentially are being illuminated that you haven't been able to see, and you might be a little bit uncertain about, maybe a bit unsure about what this is with the new moon energy. But ultimately, we have the outcome as the Six of Cups again. That's what's shifting and changing, and you're transitioning and moving into that place of peace and emotional harmony, even though it might feel a little bit uncertain until you reach there. So, yeah, it feels like there's this journey of, the image they're giving me is of a journey through the fog, where you're only kind of seeing the light, and you've got a light, but it's all foggy, so you can only see a little bit ahead of you. You can't really fully see the path ahead, but at the same time, it's like that you have to go down this journey and there's no going back. So it's kind of going to require a little bit of, like, it could feel a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure about this, or a little bit of could make you a bit nervous in a way, but at the same time, it's kind of really having to trust yourself through this journey. So the situation is the Emperor. Potentially, this is around power, powerful people in your life, bosses, or people who have authority over you, or even authorities in general. So in general, like, it's possibly showing you where there's been a loss of power, or you've given up your power, and it's bringing you back to your authentic self, to being into the Emperor and going, right, it's time to make something a concrete reality. So you could actually be feeling really inspired and motivated with this as well. Like, there's just so much that could be in this energy that's coming through. Crossed by the Three of Wands, interestingly, the Three of Wands is the young Emperor. This is the young Emperor hoping for some new results, hoping for a good result. So it's almost like there's new ambitions that are coming through with this. And it's like it hasn't quite fully formed into what it's going to be yet. It is a sense it starts in that dark moon, the new moon energy, and then those seeds will start to gradually show themselves and reveal themselves, and the path ahead will start becoming more and more apparent. But we have in your conscious mind the Hermit. This is the Hermit with the light in the darkness. That idea of being in the boat and going down a passage that's full of fog and you can't see that far ahead. The Hermit sits on top of the mountain and says, I want to see the path ahead. This has to be a wise choice, a wise decision. Is this wise to be going down this path? But at the same time, it almost feels like you don't have much of a choice. It's kind of a strange energy. So yeah, the Hermit is very much as interestingly, because the Hermit it's a Virgo energy. So, as we mentioned, we are moving into Virgo. We do have a lot of Virgo energy. We have Mars in Virgo, we have Mercury in Virgo, and both of them are wanting to create a plan. So this is where it's like you're trying to work out the plan, what to do with this thing that's shifting and changing in your world. And at the base, though, if you look at what is happening deep down inside of you, there's something very beautiful and fulfilling that can be unfolding here. There's the search for fulfillment that's coming through. And perhaps that's been gradually revealed to you, what that thing is that you're being asked to work on, and to work on in a very divine feminine way, something that's deep inside of you. So I think that it's just been gradually revealed. It's like this beautiful sense of this deep wisdom inside of you is talking to you and showing you what you are, what could be very inspiring towards you and what you're ready to move towards. So it's actually quite an interesting journey. It could be quite fulfilling because of the nature of the way it's occurring. Yes, it could be quite disruptive with the Tower coming in, but at the same time, this sense of something slowly being shown to you and slowly revealed that feels really deeply fulfilling could actually be very rewarding. So we have in the recent past the Four of Cups, and this is where, you know, there's been something potentially in your life that hasn't felt great. This is potentially the thing that Tower's come in and gone, boom, don't need that anymore. Perhaps you were bored. Perhaps you were searching for something deeper or something that just needed to give you a little bit more. Even if you were potentially like reasonably happy in a situation, the Tower's come in as a higher consciousness and said, boom, right, there's something new that we could be doing that's even more fulfilling that is connected to those higher consciousness. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. In the near future, we've got the Two of Cups. So this is a beautiful coming together of two people. It's a connection. It's some kind of a beautiful connection that's coming in the near future. And so I think that there's a relationship that is being highlighted. And with Venus in your sign and Venus in retrograde, Leo, and Venus is in the underworld being in her retrograde cycle, she is very much going through a lot and a lot of birth, death, rebirth themes that are happening with Venus, with your relationships, with your love, with your relationship to money. There's a sense of Venus is looking for her authentic self, and it's a sense of searching for that authentic self and finding that source of power deep within. And so I feel like there's somebody that's coming on this journey with you that is potentially on, you know, they're in the boat with you going through the fog. They're by your side. There's support around, which is actually really nice because this Nine of Cups, these cups have been filled not just by you, but by other people and situations and things around you. So one of those that's on offer here is coming to the fore. There's somebody very special in the near future that is, I think, is a very supportive energy, and it's also a sense of helping you feel good and special about yourself. So you're presenting as the magician. Okay, so this is Mercury coming in with the magician. What's going on inside your mind? It could, the Tower's also Mars. So Mars and Mercury are conjunct in Virgo, which is wanting to create a process, wanting to get organized, wanting to be efficient as well. This could be really could be focusing on your health, but it's wanting to make a tangible change that works well for you, that goes smoothly. And so it could be highly analytical with the Hermit energy coming in, which is a Virgo energy as well. It's kind of like, okay, a deep analysis of the direction that you're heading in. But the magician, this is you. This is the powerful creator, the powerful manifester. And I think part of what's happening here with all this kind of Uranus and Mars energy and a sense of, it's almost like you've been taken out of a situation, shown a very different perspective, taken out of even the ego self and shown a higher consciousness, and then said, now you have to step out of some of those limiting beliefs and fears and limitations that are in your world at this moment in time. How are you going to do that? That's the challenge. And so this Nine of Wands here is the wounded warrior going, oh, come on. I thought that the little old Four of Cups was bad enough, whatever area of your life that you were feeling dissatisfied or bored or, is searching for more. I thought that was the challenge. And then you throw this other thing at me. And so this is like, meeting challenges, but also being quite tired and like, am I ever going to get on the other side, to the other side of it? Is there going to be something other than a challenge that you're presenting to me, universe? So that's possibly why you want the hopes and fears, which is you're tired of a certain journey and the Fool just wants to press the reset. I don't want to be in that boat with the fog anymore. Let's just, step off, take a totally new path. Let's go and do something new. Let's activate. And so this is something potentially almost unconscious as well. That is, interestingly, with the moon coming up from under the surface, under these subconscious waters and being illuminated in that beautiful new moon energy, which is the dark moon. So the sun is there as well. The sun is shining. That's your light, Leo. That's what we're seeing. Your light is kind of wanting to come and shine, but there's something beautiful being illuminated in the darkness. And it's actually, you might get some really interesting dreams coming through with this. But with the Two of Swords, there's almost like uncertainty, because on one side, this is the things that are being illuminated by the moon, that you're being with the moon, that you are being shown and you're trying to make sense of. And then your intuition's telling you something and your rational mind is telling you something else. And it's kind of like, it takes a little while for you to process it. So there's a little bit of like balance. This is the energy of having to rebalance after a huge shift that comes in, or a big change or an unexpected change. There's a sense of being able to really needing to have to do that and to try and restore some kind of balance in your life, especially when it comes to how you're making sense of something, how many things you've got on your plate. Have you got too many things on your plate? Do you need to kind of take some of those things off? Is it a balancing act here? What's going on with all this like needing to rebalance here? And then we have ultimately as the outcome, the Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. The sixes come in from the twos. We move from the two to the sixes. And, the sixes are about bringing harmony into your world. And so the Six of Swords is finding peace inside your mind. We can see with the Two of Pentacles that there's some drama, emotional drama around. Look at those waves in the background of the character in the Two of Pentacles. And then here we're seeing with the Six of Swords that the character's actively moving away from those wavy lines into a place of peace. So moving away from some drama, emotional drama, into a place of peace and transitioning on from that energy. And once that happens, there's more of this sense with the Six of Cups of restoring to a place of emotional balance. And so it feels like there's some massive big shifts and changes that are happening that could actually make some big differences when it comes to your relationships, the balance that is within the divine masculine and the divine feminine within your relationships. So interestingly, here we have the Eight of Swords, and this is where you potentially like are feeling really restricted. This is limited forms of thinking, fear, and again, it's the blindfolds of the Tower's just gone, boom, I'm taking those blindfolds off. I'm taking you out of that restricted situation and I'm showing you a new path. And so it could feel like a bit of a shock at first, but at the same time, it's releasing something inside your mind that's just going to take a little bit to kind of understand what that is. And that's why I like that the Magician is there, because we can see there's the infinity symbol above the Magician's mind. This is the great manifester. And so it's, you're receiving so many amazing downloads here. It goes through this process, downloading from spirit. It goes through this analysis, and then you take it down to earth and work out, okay, how am I going to work with this new energy, this new consciousness that's come through? So massive shifts coming through for you, Leo. This new moon energy, it's really potent, and it really could precipitate a big, big change in your life. And like I said, it's a new moon, so it's going to take a while for those seeds to make sense and some of the big shifts in the consciousness to make sense, or the change that comes through to make sense. But ultimately, it's wanting to restore balance. And we've got I am worth loving. This is what Venus is doing when she's in the underworld, trying to work out her own sense of this is her mind, this is what she believes, this is what she feels. And a lot of it is to do with self-worth and self-love. So it says, I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself, which is really beautiful, because that's what I feel like this Two of Cups coming in the near future is somebody's reflecting the love back that you have for yourself. And, that depends on how much you're loving yourself as well. So this whole idea of, reflection, things being reflected back to you, and the moon energy being very reflective as well, is going to be interesting. I think you're going to learn a lot. And yeah, wow, we've got the Star. Okay, so speaking of things shining, the Star is your inner light. It's the Star shines in the darkness. And we're seeing, there is a lot of darkness around. The Hermit's in the dark. The moon is in the dark. It's a dark moon. But at the same time, it's saying that there's something that's being illuminated to you. This is your light, your inner light that is shining bright, that is guiding you here, and is saying, there are things, there's lost parts of you that have been down there in the underworld that now you are seeing really clearly, that are wanting to come out and beam out and express itself in the world. So it's like this journey into a lost world and rediscovering yourself. So parts of yourself, and it kind of almost like it's kind of like a massive mind shift that can come through with it. So yeah, really profound shifts that are coming through for you, Leo. So that's your reading. Thanks so much for joining me. Happy Leo season, happy new moon. Set a really positive intention for what this is, the birth, death, rebirth, the new seeds, the new identity, the phoenix rising, what's ready to rise, Kundalini energy rising in your life. And yeah, take care. Happy birthday to all you beautiful Leos having a birthday in August. And that is actually my birthday too, on the 16th. Interestingly, yes, the Tower, number 16, new moon on the 16th. So just clocked that then. So yeah, fantastic. So yep, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.